fundraiser.
That is. Wow.
The group.
Wow.
So this is working on their Wi-Fi. FYI, we need to tell them to plug in an Ethernet. I think that's slowing us down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're live.
Wiggity, welcome back. Technical difficulties. Jesse stepped on the cable or something and unplugged us all.
Probably.
From the World Wide Web.
Unwanted opinions unplugged.
Unplugged. No, we are unplugged. I think that might have been the issue. A little bandwidth drop.
Hey.
You know, it takes a big frame to fit this whole head in there, and so, you know, that takes a lot of bandwidth in this high-def camera setup. So,
High def.
yeah, man. Best in the game, but we back.
Are we?
Are we?
You guys are both checking your phones.
No, I just got a text. Someone's letting me know that something happened to the live feed.
Who is it?
It's Nick Slocum.
Hey. Thank you, Nicholas Slocum, for letting us know that the live feed dropped. We're back. We're here. Workspace Collective.
And we're talking about thrift lasers.
Talking about thrift
Fifth
lasers.
laser.
So I wrote thrift up there because in the year of our Lord 2021, someone made fun of me for buying stuff at the thrift store. I'm like,
Did you punch them?
I forget that bullying is a thing other than when I do it. I forget that, like,
No.
I can also
There's a
be
fine
bullied.
line between bullying and constructive feedback.
Yeah.
And that's a convenient thing. Like, that's a very convenient thing.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. That's most of my life is built around convenience of double standards. Yeah, but they're like, yeah, I want to just go buy it from the thrift store. I was like, yeah, if I can find it there, I will. Because, I'm sorry, my kids don't need every new thing ever. Just because they want all of the shoes and all of the backpacks and all the name brands doesn't mean that they have to have them. Like, sorry, we're going to get close. Like, this is a lesson you need to learn now. Decide the types of things that you want, and then we're going to wait until we find that thing on sale or at the thrift store, and that's what you're getting.
But here's the thing with kids' clothes, though, is you can find a heck of a lot of good kids' clothes because kids are growing so fast. Let's say you wear them for such a short period of time. Like my mom did that with my sister, and she would come home and
She
just
did
like
it with you too.
Oh yeah,
You're just
but
too
like
dumb to know.
Well, yeah, but like now as an adult, like I still thrift. It is just impossible for me to find stuff that fits me right now because I'm like that awkward shape. You know,
You're a grown boy.
Yeah. Yeah,
It is,
but it is hard for me now, and like I do try, and every once in a while I find a real gem. But it's just like, yeah, I love thrifting because it's like. So I think people that don't make fun of it have some weird prejudice against it, and they've never actually been though, and they haven't seen like the real gems you can find.
Well, or they have like they're holding on to some other like form of protecting themselves of like.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm better than this. Like, yeah, okay, you're not. Like, no one is, but.
So what'd you get?
We get like our kids like some clothes and all that.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you know, not all of it, but sometimes like it's just the easy way.
Yeah.
We have 4 kids. Like,
Right.
that's a lot.
I was gonna bring that up.
And it's just to me, and like I'll like if I can find work pants and stuff, like I'm not opposed to it. It's just a weird thing, and like it really struck me in the moment. Like, oh, that's funny that you're elevating yourself like in your head. By like shaming thrifting, it was a weird
We
thing
shouldn't
to.
be shaming anything, and do it again.
You need to move your
Let's watch
feet.
shoes again.
Yeah.
You need to move your feet.
Yeah.
What happened? You guys used to be offset.
It's a long story.
Camera angle.
Yeah.
All right. Can you guys reach across and hold hands?
I'm long-legged.
We're holding feet.
No.
Yeah,
You're,
we're
Do it again.
I'll
move your feet.
I'm not gonna.
I can't
I'm
put
not
my
gonna
feet
do the
anywhere
whole
without
shit
kicking
I'm
his
doing this.
daggone legs.
I'm not gonna do
Jeez,
it.
Jesse.
I'm so.
If you weren't
wise.
over
still
there
have
man
lasers
spreading right now
and
in
flashing cops to talk
2021,
about.
man spreading. That's
dude,
ignorant.
I can't get any wider. Right
I don't. Yeah, me either. Actually, you said that. I looked down. I'm like, I am definitely terrible about man spreading. But I mean, if I'm on a train, I'm not going to do that. But we're in a Cal. I'm not riding trains very often. It's okay.
Yeah, that's a.
On a plane, I'm gonna plane. I have to man spread because my knees do not fit. Like you're trying to fit me into a plane where my knees will not go from the back of the seat to like the seat in front of me. Like I have to go like that and hit them at an angle.
Oh, here I am shaming.
Hold on. I think I've said it before. Like I get where they say if you can't fit in one seat, you have to buy 2 seats. I've never seen them enforce that, but. I haven't chosen to be this tall. You could treat this like a disability. Like I'm just this tall.
I definitely treat you like
I'm just this tall. So like to make me pay more to accommodate me on something I have no control
I'm
over.
about to tell your secret.
But your average height, you just have 3 foot of head.
Bingo.
Okay.
Him and I got about the same inseam. He don't want
That's not true. That's not true. So I'm on a plane and I'm like, I got to man spread a little bit because like I can't fit in the seat.
gotta
I
get
can't
the
fit in the
exit
seat.
row with the missing
I
seat.
try, but ever since the 9/11s, you got to pay for that now.
You have to pay for all the seats.
No, you got to pay extra now. It used to you used to be able to get lucky and get a bulkhead
So
or
I
get an
just got
emergency
to-
exit row. Now they're like, we're gonna monetize everything. I swear, I've said it before. They're like, in the future, you're gonna be crashing, and the oxygen. They'll be like, insert your credit card to have oxygen. You know, like you're gonna have to like scan for the tube to come down, and there's gonna be like the poor people are like, I guess I just died from asphyxiation. You know. You pay extra to get the life raft, you know, like it's gonna be that way because it's already gone that way.
Enter 35 cents to open exit.
Yeah, right? Oh my god.
So I actually got the extra leg room on this last flight, and I realized it matters nothing to me. It's my shoulders. Like
Yeah.
I need extra shoulder room.
Well, they've just shrunk the seats. As Americans have grown, they've just made them smaller. You know, because they're like, we can fit more seats on there, we can charge more, and then like they just charge for everything. I hate airlines.
We couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Is this charging for everything?
This is that's what you do. That's jazz fingers, okay?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Don't say that again, please.
jazz fingers.
Speaking of which, flashing cops.
Oh yeah, I was
Is
literally.
this one that needs a link? Because if so, we'll wait.
No, this one doesn't need a link. It's something I didn't think happened anymore. I'm driving around and this guy starts flashing me. I'm like, what the hell is he flashing me for? Yeah. And then it was such a delayed response because it hasn't happened in so long. And I turned that corner and sure enough, there's a cop there. And I was just like, I just felt like this, you know what? Society sucks. But, there's still some good in it. Thank you. It was one of those little moments where I'm like, the world isn't so bad. This guy, was looking out for me and the other motorists behind me because I was 100% speeding.
Oh, yeah.
And I turned that corner and there's a motorcycle cop right there and they always get you.
Hey,
so.
Griggs, the infamous motorcycle cop in Ocala.
Infamous.
Yeah.
For what?
Oh, he's pulled me over like 10 times.
Maybe.
Oh, so infamous with you and
Well,
no one else knows who he is.
Maybe
No.
you're infamous with him.
No, he had no. Trust me, yes. People know this man. He retired though.
Gotcha.
He's a good cop. But what I realized when I took my bike course at 18 is, I don't know why I just threw that out there.
Humble
Yeah,
brag.
it was.
I've been riding.
Well, you gotta call me out on that stuff.
I'm just glad that you policed yourself on that.
Makes
You're
it
calling
easier.
out your own douche and that's great.
Yeah, I need help.
Let's get back to those boots.
Anyway, so bike cops, they ain't got nothing else to do but issue traffic citations.
Yeah.
They don't go to calls or anything like that. The only thing they'll do is special detail and or traffic citations.
And you would think being the bike cop would be the coolest cop.
right, but you're
know-
hot.
Well,
Could you?
I mean, have you seen them outfits though? Oh, you're talking about warm.
A little bit of both.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, you're booted up. You got all the gear on. And you're just sitting out in the Florida sun or rain all the time.
You'd think that they'd be the ones doing the chases, send the bike cops out,
except for
man,
easiest
they're-
one to wreck,
imagine
right?
that though, but they're the ones they pop out and they just wheelie and they just chase you down.
I do
And
imagine
then
That would be
all the time.
amazing.
Then what do they do? Pit maneuver?
Look cool.
They ditch the
They
bike
bust
and jump
out
on
the
car.
window with a billy club and then they throat chop them.
I always love motorcycle scenes in movies.
They're not far from doing that anyway. Just skip a couple steps.
I always love motorcycle scenes in movies, but because I ride. But I'm also always it's a terrible pursuit vehicle. It's a good getaway vehicle.
Yeah,
terrible
great getaway
pursuit
vehicle.
Yeah. What are you gonna do now?
I
Yes,
did
right.
have one motorcycle cop let me go and I got pulled over in my car.
Oh, I've been let go very rarely by motorcycle.
Oh, it was only once, and I just as soon as it happened, I was like, "Oh, these guys, that's their MO. They just give you tickets." And so I think the saving grace was I had my motorcycle jacket and helmet in the back seat, and I don't even remember why it was in the back seat of my car, but that started this conversation.
A little
and
hobby courtesy.
I think it was. I honestly think it was, and he chatted with me, and he was just he had me dead to rights too. I would have deserved it, and he was chill and just was all right, keep it down, get out. And I was like, woo, thank goodness. Motorcycle God's looking out for me.
Now you keep all that in the car just in case.
I should. I tell you what, use my trick if you got a broken beater vehicle. I always would have lights out, tail lights out.
I
And
went out right now.
yeah, I would just keep random bulbs in my center console. And so, like, whenever they pulled me out, they're like, oh, you know I'm pulling you over. And I'm like, probably because my light's out. I just picked it up from the auto store. I just haven't had time to put it in yet. And they're like, okay.
Hold on. Sir, that's a house bulb.
Why not just change the bulb?
Because I wouldn't know, like, I would when I knew they were out, but I would usually find they're out by being pulled over. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you have
So
that
I would
many
just
out all
keep
the
a
time?
dummy bulb in the car.
Well, it's hard to check your tail, like your brake lights.
Yeah.
So,
But that's what I'm saying. Like, and if you have one that are constantly going out, like, and this was an old car, and which I would, and so that sometimes I was just as surprised as they were, and I would just be like, "Yeah, I know about it. I just got one," you know, and they'd be like, "Oh, okay, as long as you know, be well," because that's what they use to kind of like open that door to start like, "I'm gonna have to search your vehicle because you have a tail light out."
Right. That's a good segue because I also have not just a tail light out, but a busted tail light.
Ooh.
And I walked out of the gym to find that. So I immediately I take a picture and I text my son and I'm like, yo, did you break my tail light with your basketball? And so when I eventually, see him later on in the day, he's like, hard to tell. I had a lot of stuff with my basketball.
That was the best response ever.
I'm like, okay, that's fair. But by that time, I realized it wasn't him because I had left the house and it was intact when I left. But I was just like, he broke our garage door window, and I was just like waiting for him to say something. And then finally I was like, yo, did you break our window? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, why didn't you say something? He's like, I was waiting for you to say something. I was like, dang it.
Just like his dad.
Well, no, he can't get mad because it's like when we were young, some people, it might have been us, it might have been other neighborhood kids, shot out a street light.
Oh.
And
Why
like,
are you rebels?
Yeah, I'm not. But like, my dad was like, "Why'd you do that?" And I'm like, "How'd you know it was us?" And he's like, "Cause it's a street light at the end of our driveway,
And you just got a
BB gun." And I'm like, "Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
there you go.
okay.
Yeah."
Did he also glue that together?
No, God,
Like
no.
he did the taillight of your... Oh, speaking of taillights, of the
Yeah.
mini bike. So one of our friends busted his mini bike's taillight into like 1,000 pieces.
Yeah, so it had a centrifugal clutch. So for those of you who have been riding since you were 18, like Justin, there's no clutch. And so like if you rev it up and shift it into gear, it has nothing to like meter that power, and it literally will just flip end over end. And like we'd always tell people, like, don't shift it into gear when you're revved up. And well, sure enough, one of our friends did that, flipped it and shattered the tail light like into 1,000,000 pieces.
And his dad found all 1,000,000 pieces and glued them back together.
True story.
And there was like the tiniest little piece. He's like, I can't find it.
It bugs him to this
Yeah,
day.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it does.
Like, I have no idea how he got it all back together, but he did.
Well, he was in the sign business. He's like, wow, I use this. Like, there's, I guess, some glue that can glue plastic together.
Right.
Like, you look at it from 5 feet away, you never know it was like a shattered tail lamp.
So meticulous.
That's exercise in...
Did it shine like a kaleidoscope after that?
yeah. No, you literally, I mean, you can't
Yeah.
tell.
To this day, I'm still amazed by that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how
You still
someone
have
has...
that bike?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Not
That's-
getting rid of it.
That was the bike that we used to ride double up on, but the throttle broke, so he had to steer. And no, did I steer? Or well, I'm sure we switched. One person would steer while the other person pulled the cable with vice grips
Yeah.
to throttle.
Fun.
So we were rally mini biking before we knew it.
I think sometimes, yeah. I think you might even had your foot on the pegs
Yeah.
to shift and
Yeah.
like throttle, and I would steer, and yeah, it was a fun time.
Yeah.
We used to go down to the gas station to get. I don't even know what we'd go to the gas station for as like middle school or
Like the bubblegum chew.
yeah, probably,
Yeah, great.
probably.
Big league.
Did they used to have the beef jerky chew as well?
Yeah, the beef jerky one's just not that good.
No.
It's just
It's like beef dust.
yeah, it is. It's just like if I ever wondered what a shredded leather belt tasted like, this is it.
Yeah.
You know, you can get by on a shredded leather belt as long as it's real leather, not like these shoes.
You can eat leather.
Well, you can chew on it, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
There's some nutritional value in there.
I guess you could just eat about anything.
be hard
Well-
pressed to chew on a leather belt.
I'm not saying go chew on a leather belt. I'm saying if you have nothing else.
You heard it here first, folks. Chew on that leather belt.
Oh boy.
Only if you're hungry, though. Like,
Yeah.
Extremely hungry.
I wouldn't ever like.
You say that, but
Yeah, how are you going to say I would never?
I don't know. Like
Don't do that. That's how it starts.
yeah.
That's how you jinx yourself.
Get trapped in the woods, next thing you know, you're just gnawing through your
No,
belly.
if you're in the woods, there's plenty of things.
yeah,
out
like
there.
twigs and berries.
Depends on the woods you're in, I guess.
No.
All woods have twigs and berries.
Don't judge me.
Okay.
You probably chew on bark before you chew on your leather belt. Anyway, so I've got hot tub in the notes, and in case you
Actually,
weren't aware, Yeah, it says hot
You have
tub.
hot tub gay in the notes.
It says hot tub gay. Now let me explain why.
Please.
do.
Now,
Because I want to know.
and it's perfect that Roberto's here for this as well. So
Wow. Okay.
now to call you out.
Are y'all going to move this green screen and there's like a hot tub in here or something? Like, is this turned into that kind of movie real quick?
The one day I wear a hoodie.
Right.
Yeah, all right. You better take that hoodie off, boy.
So I get it. We took some promotional pictures in the hot tub. I get all the comments.
Oh, man,
and
I
private
forgot about
messages
that.
I get for that, right? And that's the thing is, I'll get private messages, and I'm like, "Yo, homeboy, put this on. Put this in the comments. Why are you sending it to me personally? Because you're afraid, right?" So when we went to Austin, we posted a picture. We weren't even in a hot tub. We were in a pool. And I got all kinds of comments from that. And then we were just in Salt Lake City. There's a hot tub in there. We've been riding for days, doing all this stuff, hiking. So it's like, oh, cool, we'll go get in the hot tub. I cannot tell you how many messages I get from people that are like, oh, I'll never be caught dead doing that. Like, yeah, bunch of dudes, super gay. I'm like,
That was all Jesse.
yeah. Literally all
He has
of it.
multiple different accounts.
So I get all these messages, and I'm like, how fragile is your masculinity that you can't hang out with friends in a pool or a hot tub without, like, are we supposed to, like, all right, guys, we got 10 minutes, there's 4 of us, right? That's
Rotate it out.
2.5 minutes each, right? There's no way I'm getting in that hot tub with you. Like, yeah, we're on a guy's trip. What am I, like, we're just one at a time? Like, I can't,
Yeah.
like, it's such a weird thing to me.
It's not a shower.
I mean, we did that, too.
Yeah.
Why would they have 2 shower heads if you're not supposed to have 2 people in there?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But it blows my mind every time something like that happens, and it's like
Not
sometimes.
the only thing being blown.
Can you explain that? What do you mean?
The Jets.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a hot tub.
Yeah, right. I just can't even imagine
Thanks, Jesse.
like not being able to enjoy time with friends because you're afraid of like
yeah.
being called what is I just don't get it like.
Yeah,
There's those people, though, I do think can live a miserable existence because they are not allowing themselves so many just like simple pleasures and joys and like able to do some stuff.
Simple pleasure of boys.
Simple pleasure and joys. But you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you're like, well, I can't do that because of the optics of it. You know, like I
Right.
can't get in a hot tub. Like I can't like do something like that. Like, you know, it's just, it just blows my
And
mind
it makes
too.
me wonder like what else are they holding back from? Like, I don't eat bananas, bro. Ice cream cone?
Yeah.
Nope. Not happening. Like,
Pickles,
and then
no
I
way.
think, like, wait, are you actually gay? Like, is that the problem? Like,
Yeah.
are you, like, I just truly don't get it.
Well, it's
I remember a
like,
guy saying he wouldn't dance with his wife at a wedding because, like, nope, don't dance, man. Like, okay.
like weddings are like, even if you can't dance, weddings are like the number one time like to dance
Right.
because it's like everyone's there to have a good
That's
time.
the
And
white
like,
people pass.
here's the other thing: it's like so many people like, and this took me a long time to learn too. But it's like so many people are so worried about like their own self that they don't even care about you. So it's just like go out there and dance and have fun. It doesn't matter, you know.
Right.
And it's like this. It's like the same thing with like the hot tub. Like it doesn't matter. No one cares. Kyle said it best. You know, I hate being comfortable with my friends. Like I think that's the mentality. Like it sucks for those people. Like it's cool that I know. Like I got a group of friends. It's like we go out and just do fun stuff and not worry about it.
Right. Genuinely don't have to worry about it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Not too cool. To me, it's hilarious, and then it entices me to post that stuff more because.
Well, it reminds me of like all of those like politicians that are like super like hardline.
yeah.
And they're like very like hardline, like anti-LGBTQ, and then it's just like, oh, and then they get caught cheating on their wife, you know, with another man in their office, and it's just
Right.
like, but it's stories like that lead me to believe that people I come into contact with, it's just like you said, like, you know, are you like hiding something? Are you like putting up this wall to like, and it's maybe for your own good? Like you're trying to like lie to your own self?
Just so you guys out there know, that's exactly what I think. Anytime someone's like super perturbed by anything that they deem like moderately homosexual, I'm like, oh, you must be like holding back urges, and I feel bad for you. Like, just be who you are.
Yeah.
So next time you shame me, just know what I'm thinking about you.
Matt,
Yeah.
Nick wants to know if it's okay to cuddle with a man in a hammock. I don't see any issue with it.
Nick, of course, it's always okay to cuddle with a man in a hammock or a Cabbage Patch.
And if you need picture proof of that,
I have pictures with me and Nick in both a Cabbage Patch and a hammock. The hammock picture is probably one of my favorite but most awkward pictures ever because we just happen to have like such interesting headwear choices, facial and like hair choices as well.
So how about that picture of you two yesterday? You with the bandana looking hard in these streets.
Oh God! I was not expecting to get so much backlash from that. I realized yesterday must have been the day you joined Facebook, because there was a couple friendiversaries that happened, and I saw it and I was like, oh, you've been friends with Just on Facebook for 13 years, and so like Facebook decides to choose all pictures from 2010 Bike Week. It had like 3 pictures from like other events, but like all of them were 2010 Biketoberfest, and some of those were like scans of a disposable camera photo.
Yeah, most of those are disposable camera photos.
So like the algorithm was weird. It's like, why this event? But yeah, there's one in particular. We're at the Speedway, and it just like people started like eating that stuff up, and like just.
I stopped by Mutiny last night, and Sam came up with that picture. He was like,
oh my God. Shout out to Sam for calling you out on your burger choice, though, because he is true. I've been to Burger Thursday.
Yeah, like a well-done burger. Get over it.
Here's the thing.
Just get over it. It's not your burger.
I'm very used to being made fun of. Like, that's fine by me.
Yeah.
But I genuinely got upset yesterday with, like, the laugh reacts on that picture. Because that's like...
Yeah.
In my mind, we still look exactly like that.
Well, yeah.
Nothing has changed.
Totally badass.
Right.
Yeah, put a bandana on. I love it.
Yeah, those glasses choice, too. I'm like, at what point did I think those glasses look good? I'm just kidding. They do look good.
11 years ago. That's when you thought it was okay. Almost 12.
No, I don't.
But B, that was 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Like,
It's a different
we
time.
see all y'all's pictures from 11 years ago.
It's hard to judge the weather, though, because it's like, he's got 2 shirts on and a leather jacket, and he's wearing a T-shirt. Like, is it hot or is it cold?
Also par for the course for me.
Maybe you were still in your phase of like, it's cold, but I'm not gonna wear any jackets or sweaters.
I run
I really
hot.
truly think that's what it was.
No, I run hot. Yeah, I was definitely trying.
That's what I'm saying, though. Is it's like,
That's also, I don't even think we're trying to look hard. I think we're just hungover. I wasn't drinking at that point yet, but my back was thrown out, so I was on those pills that were making me tired.
that's right. That is the picture of you like laying in the grass. Remember, we had to take a stop for you to just lay out, and other motorcyclists come flying in and pull over to stop, and they're like, is everything okay? Because they just see a motorcyclist like laid out in the grass, and like 2 of us just kind of standing over him.
They're like, yeah, he's just on hydrocodone or whatever it was.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Super safe.
Yeah, I'll put you face down.
It's a good thing he didn't have his helmet on.
He didn't?
We were wilder back then.
Confidence back then.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's different. Listen, if you strap a helmet on, you're immediately going, I might wreck, right? In my mind, the best thing to do is have that helmet confidence on and go, I'm not going to wreck, no reason to wear a helmet.
Don't drive faster than your guardian angel can fly. What?
Make that a keychain.
Why is that so funny to y'all?
Make that a keychain. I know what it is.
Yeah, that's probably never
It's a
been
patch.
put on a keychain before. It's a great idea. Maybe put on a little bell.
Yeah, a little
definitely
bell.
a tattoo.
Little gremlin bell.
Yeah, a little
Definitely
bell.
a tattoo.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I didn't wear helmets very much back then. I've changed. As you get older, the mortality starts to kick in a little bit more. You feel things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I,
Stuff hurts more when you're older.
We were climbing in Moab, and I took a route to try to climb. Actually, I just realized I had a dream about that last night. I tried to climb up, and I had like lost footing and hand grips, and my legs just locked up.
Is this a dream or the real story?
This is a real story.
Okay.
This is a real story. So we were at this arch, and I realized that there's like, there's this possible way to get pretty high up there, but it's also a really steep drop. And I ran out of places to grab with my hands or feet.
You think that stops people on El Capitan?
No, but I was not on El Capitan, and they probably have like, gear to do it with.
I just hear excuses, but that's fine. Continue.
Yeah, that's fine. But my legs, this has happened, I think, one other time in my life that I can remember when I was climbing a windmill. Legs literally lock up, start doing the shake thing, and I'm trying to like move it up, and it just will not move.
So you're climbing and you just get the stanky leg?
I got the stanky leg.
Do it again.
Yeah.
Do it again.
That's not the stanky leg.
But you can't see my legs.
Well,
I
what
can
is
feel
the
them.
hands? Yeah.
That's called the cracker shuffle.
Yeah, no. They locked up, started shaking, and I was like, okay, I guess I gotta get down now because it legitimately cannot like raise my leg any.
I was truly hoping to see one of y'all walk up on that arch.
I was.
It looked
trying.
like you could have.
I really was trying.
Super disappointed, but
Well,
it's okay.
it's deceiving. It looks probably smaller than it actually is in real life.
Yeah.
And the straight.
There's so much to go.
Okay, you know what, you guys.
You're just used to saying that excuse. I get it. It's fine.
I can't say.
I don't even know. It's devolved into madness, absolute madness. I want to talk about lasers.
Oh, I put it up there because it's not as cool as you would think.
Well, that's the fact that it's 2021 and the year of our Lord, as you would say, and we don't have lasers yet.
We do actually.
Pisses me right off.
Pisses me right the heck off. Is piss a cuss word?
Yeah.
Piss is not a cuss word.
Because that's to this show.
By whom?
You.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the first one was.
BA.
Oh, I can't say that? I thought we were only not saying the hard words.
I didn't. Well, I'm not saying you can't. I'm just bringing it up that you've said too.
Okay, wow.
Are you okay? Did you sleep well?
I think so.
Are you angry?
Always. Have you not learned this yet? I am the happiest angry person you'll meet. Or the angriest happy person. I haven't figured that one out yet.
You haven't figured a lot out yet.
Yeah, it's you learn as you go. This is called life.
Are you
my
actually
friend.
learning as you go though?
Yeah.
Hey, did you happen to tell him about Friday night after we left here? In that street conversation?
No, I'm not going into that street conversation.
Street corn?
Man.
Oh,
Street corn.
God.
I like street corn.
Yeah.
Elotes.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
So,
Did you just learn that?
Elotes.
Yep, that's it.
You wouldn't like it. They cover it in like mayonnaise, don't they?
That's butter.
Oh, I thought it was mayonnaise.
Boy.
Maybe I don't like elotes.
That boy, no.
I'd eat corn covered in mayonnaise.
you eat
What's
mayonnaise
the
like that?
street combo?
I guess we don't have that conversation on here.
It's just we were leaving here and like FAFA was all set up and we were going to like say we saw Jordan Chappett and so we're like, well, let's go say hi to him. He's setting up for FAFA and we walk up and there's like some people there and we thought they were art enthusiasts and it was like a woman and her 2 children evangelizing. Oh, wow.
Here it goes. As soon as he said woman and children, it's just already.
But this is like I don't even know what time of night it is. There's like literally no one out here. Like he's the only one setting up and like all the other booths are closed. The streets are closed down. There's like no one out there, but like she got me. It's like she was speaking my love language because I walk up and she looks me dead in the eyes and she goes, "Do you want to talk about the afterlife?"
Yeah.
I've never seen him be like, yes. And I was like, oh, no.
I'm pretty sure I did crack my knuckles and go, "I sure as hell do." And she was like, "Great." Jesse learned that night that strangers engaging in conversations with me in parking lots is one of my favorite things to do.
I walked away.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
I walked away, circled around, and then Johnny was like, "Oh, is our reservation ready?"
Yeah.
I was like, "Absolutely."
Yeah, that was a good one because I was like, we got to go. Our table's ready at Mutiny.
All of our road trips are always extended because we have to like counter in time for when he talks to homeless people.
They talk to me.
Yeah,
I don't know
think.
why they like, okay.
Because he
Made
locks
eye
eyes.
contact.
Exactly, he locks eyes with
I'm
them.
the
And is
same
just
way.
waiting.
Yeah.
I can't help but have a good conversation with anyone.
Dude, some of them are interesting. Sometimes they give you food. So it's a win-win.
I know.
He takes food from strangers. It's a real problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Food is fuel. Food is fuel, okay?
Feud. Do it again.
No, I'm not going to do it again.
You keep doing it though.
So I put laser up there because I went for laser hair removal. Went to Dermalaze, and I have a terrible problem with like Wolfman hair coming out of my ears.
We appreciate you taking care of that so we don't have to see it.
Well, I gotta get it waxed like way too often. Leaves
Yeah.
wax residue. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll just go get it lasered because that's a thing.
We
right?
live in the future.
So I get there and they're like, no, we can't put a laser in your ear. And I was like, oh.
Too close to your brain, bro.
Oh, it's too close to my eardrum. But listen, I'd never had it done before. I thought it was this like nice, sweet little process of like beep, 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 beep.
But apparently it
Takes
hurts.
up hair. Well, it's just intense. Like you hear it. It sounds like those little snapping pops. Like like someone's throwing snap.
in
All
your
right,
ear.
for anyone that wants hair removal, it's not that bad. Genuinely, it's really not that bad. But as soon as I started getting it done, and let me tell you why. Because I get there and she goes, yeah, we can't do it in your ears. You want to do it somewhere else? And I had no interest in doing it anywhere else. But I was
Yeah,
just, like,
manscape it up.
I felt like I was like, I was on the spot. So I was like, I mean, I got a
Sir,
small,
we can't laser your balls.
a small patch. On my, they could, but I ain't that. Ain't never gonna happen. But like the only hair I can't hit is I have this like small patch on like below my neckline. I was like, I guess that. So I got tricked because I'm stupid, and they're like, oh well, you just put a deposit down and then you pay the rest. So it's like 2 payments. So I thought it was 2 sessions. So I get there and she's like, how many sessions did you get? And I was like, I don't know, 2. And she's like, no, that's stupid. You can't just get 2.
Then why are they even asking that stupid question?
Well, because I guess you
They're like,
can
are you
buy
here for your one
multiples.
session?
And she's like, oh yeah, you're going to be here 8 or 9 times. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, jeez.
For the back of my neck, yeah.
Sounds like they need bigger lasers.
They did a great job, but I just wasn't expecting this whole process now that
8 or 9 times?
yeah, man, that's how it works.
Lasering your back, that section of your back you can't reach, made me think of like how many men just let their back burn
Me.
when they're out on a fishing trip because they can't say, hey, can you put sunscreen on my back?
Oh, well, I don't mind. If I can't do it, I like to be INDEPENDENT.
Wow, I'm not gonna even think about that.
Thank you, Webby and Boosie, for teaching me how to spell independent. I like to be independent, so I don't ask. It's not like I can't have someone else do it.
Yeah. Well, that was just from the earlier conversation. You know what? I hate you guys. Wow. I wore a green shirt with khakis to work once. That was like the biggest mistake in my work career.
Yeah.
It's like I show up and someone just goes, row, and I'm like, dang it. I realize what I've done.
I wore green shorts once that I really liked. They fit amazingly.
To work?
Yeah,
and you just got roasted.
I just got roasted the entire day. So
Work's brutal.
Never wearing these.
Yeah, it's like wearing a red shirt to Target. Don't ever do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I won't even be wearing a red shirt and someone will just ask me questions. And I just started answering them like, yeah, let's go find this together, because if not, you're just going to yell at me
I just think to myself, like, how dumb are you that you're just like, think that I work here?
I don't
like,
think
I'm not even like
I think that
remotely
they're
in a
just
uniform.
selfish. I think they're just like, I want to do this myself. Answer it.
Random stranger,
Yeah.
help me find this.
Help me find this.
That's tough. I don't know. You're throwing me off.
Well, you want me to throw you back on?
No, I'm just this seltzer water is giving me gas.
I don't think I want to hit your first one because I got a feeling it's going to go down a negative route.
Oh, because it's an unwanted opinion.
Well,
We could save that one. Oh yeah, no. So that one is just like this fundraiser came up, and I just thought it was like a really cool fundraiser because it definitely got me excited. I know a lot of people fundraise out there. So First Magnitude Brewing in Gainesville teamed up with the Humane Society of North Central Florida, and they're like, we're gonna take 2 of people's favorite things, pets and beer, and like use this to raise money. And so basically what they did, they were like, pay $10 and submit a picture of your cat or dog, and then we're going to have people vote on it. $1 is 1 vote, and the top 3 go to the finalists, and then they choose 1 of each, 1 cat, 1 dog, and they'll put it on a beer can and do a limited edition run of beer. So it plays to people's ego. People love their pets. They're like, I want my pet on beer, and so like it's just going bonkers. So I thought it was just a genius way to fundraise, and it is in Gainesville, but still. And so obviously I have submitted my cat Pootie Tang to that. So by all means, I'll put a link up. Y'all can go and help vote, get her into the top 3. But also, like I said,
Where's she sitting right
she's
now?
9 right now.
real quick.
Yeah.
If you say beer can with an English accent, it sounds like bacon with a Jamaican accent.
Do it.
Beer can.
Say rise up lights.
Rise up lights.
That's razor blades in Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love those.
So Pootie Tang's number 9.
She's number 9.
How do we get her to number 1?
Oh, she only has to fall into the top 3.
How do we get her to top 3?
We get 400 people to vote with $1.
Are you gonna post the link?
Yeah, I'd have to. I sent it to one of them, but I can see if I can do it here.
Do you know how Facebook works?
Yeah, I can try.
He doesn't actually.
Yeah,
So-
okay. I don't know if you're kind of asking the wrong person here because I'm very.
It was facetious. I know that you don't know how it works.
Yeah, but I will say I turned off all notifications for social media on my phone, and that feels great.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Well, then you'll just be like me and just be checking it anyway.
it's helped, but like it was just like it was like buzzing on my watch, it was blowing my phone up, and then I just turned them all off. So if I'm in a chat with you and I'm not replying, it's probably just because I haven't seen it, but it has been great. So I recommend all y'all to do that.
Thank you for that recommendation.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm trying to post this, but I can't talk and do 2 things.
I don't know.
Boom.
how people that like work a stationary job, like why do you have an Apple Watch, right? It bugs the daylights out of me.
I
to
ask
see
people why.
someone- Yeah. Well, okay. What is the answer?
They give me the dumbest answers.
Well, okay. Yeah.
They're like,
Just
they
that's
go,
why.
I can send my heartbeat, and I'm like, that's the dumbest stuff ever. Like, I swear to God.
So stupid.
Yeah, no one's given me a legit answer yet.
I can't stand it when I'm talking to someone and they're just constantly like, no, not gonna do this. Like,
And their hand signals are like, to like,
they're bopping it.
yeah, they like bop,
hit
tap,
the bop
switch,
it.
swipe, do whatever, and it's just because it's got the different controls, but it's so distracting. Aside from looking at it, they're playing bop it with their watch.
Yeah, I had one. I'm just like, I can't do it. If you're on the move and you do stuff for work that makes sense, like, okay, I get it.
But what it do?
Right. What do you mean?
Like what? Like I'm just
You just said what it do?
yeah.
It took a minute to register.
Oh.
Those words came
What
out.
Yeah.
do you mean? What it do?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out the point of it though.
What it do?
Like just this, so you don't have to take your phone out of your
Yeah,
pocket.
like, so,
and I mean,
like,
if that's the answer,
Dave's a
that's the
perfect
answer. That makes
example.
sense.
He's out there shooting. All right, I'm gonna look at it. Maybe Megan's sending me a message. All right, I need to go over to this area. Like, I don't have to pull my phone. I keep moving. Like that kind
Gotcha.
of stuff makes sense. Do you have one that you use?
Just so you can just screen people. Like you just see it, like, oh, I don't want.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Yeah.
working a bar. You
Right.
probably use it often. When I'm driving, I'm on the road most of the day,
Right.
so I'll look down, without having to think, is it important? Do I need to take a call?
Gotcha.
Holler if it's
Yeah, like
important.
when I'm driving the mail truck.
Right, that's what I was.
Look at it.
That's what I was thinking with the mail truck. Is just like, those times make sense. But again, a stationary job like our office,
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? Why? What is
Just pull it up on your work computer.
Right.
Just kidding.
Everyone else does. Yeah. Silly.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing though. Is just like, I guess it would make sense if you're having those push notifications go to your phone. But like with me, it was just like I'm trying to like stop some of that,
Yeah.
And so it was like, let me turn them all off. At which point, yeah, the smartwatch is kind of
Smart.
Makes sense.
pointless.
It's good for people who are sitting at their desk for like sedentary. Like they're sitting there, it'll tell you, hey, you've been sitting for an hour straight.
Yeah.
I guarantee you, the people that wear it at our work do not use that.
Yeah, I do use that.
Ignore.
I like that feature though of like the hey, get up and move.
I need mine to tell me to sit back down.
Okay. Well, yeah, that too. But
I got
they
the
say like
Jimmy
sitting
legs.
is the new smoking, and so it's just like if it tells me to get up and like walk around, go walk about, get that circulation moving, like I'm for that.
Sitting is the new smoking. Standing is the new sitting.
I don't follow the second one.
Okay. But sitting is the new smoking makes all the sense.
Yeah,
to you?
because like people that is killing people. Like heart disease is like the one of the number one killer in America because we be unhealthy.
It's the
and
number
so
one.
yeah, it is the number one. But that's what I'm saying though, is because like people just sit down
This is why
and
y'all
they
can't
sit
play
at work.
rap before the show.
Can't do what?
You what?
What it do?
Okay, I don't know why y'all hate.
Oh man.
Making me lose my train of thought. I drank all this caffeine now, caffeine on caffeine. I'm
That's what it
jacked,
is.
dude. Yeah, I know.
Celsius.
That's Rob's fault. I blame him. I've cut my caffeine down so much, and like I'm feeling now, like I'm starting to sweat under this jacket. Like it is like I'm feeling it. Yeah. I didn't realize how much caffeine I've cut out of my life until like I drink too much caffeine, and it was like I had iced coffee at work the other day, and like I tell you what, I just wanted to fight someone.
Why did you have iced coffee?
Because I felt like I needed it. And it was like 4:00, which was like way too late. And then I got in it, and I was just like, what? I was like, I imagine this is what crack feels like.
Let's find out.
Yeah. On next week's Unwanted Opinions, we're gonna find out what crack is like.
But listen, I do think about that, and I'm
What
like,
crack is like?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the
It
time.
must be good if there's like, because you see the effects of it,
Yeah.
and people still choose to do it. Like,
Yeah.
It's too good. Apparently.
Yeah. You watch people get tased and they're like still like just like smoking a cigarette as the taser's running through them, and I'm like,
tongues out,
what?
like, that's all you got?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I'm like, okay, crack
One of
seems
my-
legit.
There's a few videos that I watch when I'm like in a funk and I need to like get it together, and one of them is when that dude is getting arrested and gets tased, and he's like, you screwed up. I'm like, yeah, she said. And he's like pulling it out.
That guy's he's amazing.
Yeah, it's.
He's probably an awful person, but like
No, it's one of my favorite. Like when you're literally smoking while you get tased and you tell the cop that they screwed up.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, I imagine you're the
Flubbed
cop
up,
and you just
boss.
tase a guy and he's just like finishing the drag on
you
a
gotta let him
cigarette.
go at that
Yeah,
point.
imagine
Yeah.
what's going through his
At
head.
that point, I'm like, just disconnect the
Yeah.
tase and be like, all right,
All
run
right.
along. You're good. You're good.
You
Go
got
off.
this one.
Yeah.
Won this round, buddy.
There should be something like that though. Like if you're, like it's almost like trial by combat or like,
I absolutely
like
believe that.
feats of strength. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
like-
Like you get an altercation with a cop and like if you outrun them, they're like,
That's
okay,
the
you
thing.
won.
Not fighting,
You
but
know?
if you outrun him, you go.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. It's just like I think it harkens back to an older time to where
Harkens back. Would it be to it harkens back?
yeah. And so all I'm saying is, there should be a point to where you can do that. Like, all right, if you best them,
So
like you're good to go.
There used to be like this. I think it was and I could be making all of this up. A Russian show that if you evaded the cops for 30 minutes, you got away. But if you got caught, you're arrested.
I think that would only help the police force in so many ways.
Right.
Because it would help them stay fit and help them stay active because they don't want to be bested and they're going to have to catch criminals somehow. And so what better way of doing that than,
Motorcycle.
we already went over this. Not a good chase vehicle.
It's a good,
Probably need Apple Watches.
yeah,
Apple Watch.
Yeah, close your ring.
Stand up and chase a crook.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's been 30 minutes. Chase a crook.
I will say this: the thing about getting away on a motorcycle is a radio is always faster than
Yeah.
a motorcycle.
Not a cop tell me that.
Told me that.
Yeah. Oh, I think we were there together outside
Yeah.
the racetrack as he was
Yeah.
telling me how illegal my vertical license plate was.
Yeah. But
Going down that road again.
going down. Here we go again.
Well.
It's called a callback, Jesse.
Yeah,
We're
it's
gonna
called-
keep moving though.
That's fine.
We're gonna go get in a hot tub. Everything's gonna be fine. Our Apple Watches are gonna.
Are we really getting a hot tub later?
I would. Love
That's what's
to.
up. Who's got a hot tub? Who wants us over? Put it in the comments. Message us that address.
The terrorists. They've got to have one.
Terrorists? I'm not getting in a terrorist hot tub.
What is this?
Why not? It's hot.
I ain't down with no Al Qaeda. Crazy.
Spell it.
I can't. I don't speak that language.
It's Al Qaeda. If you're gonna pronounce it like you pronounce New Orleans,
At least I wasn't scared to say it.
Ew.
Nolans. There. I
Wow,
said it.
what
Is
an
everyone
idiot.
happy?
No, we're not happy.
No, I'm not. I'm especially not happy.
Yeah. I bet you feel ashamed of yourself.
Often. Yeah. Yeah. My life is guided by shame, actually.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's why bullying can be constructive.
Hot take. It's very inflammatory to some. We all went to middle school together, and I feel like in our time in the '90s, I don't know how to say this. There's a healthy dose of bullying.
Yeah. We were middle of the pack, right? So I feel like it's okay for us.
I've
say
tried to
that.
explain to some people, and some people get it and some people don't, because they feel like there's bullies and then not bullies and don't realize that like everyone was being bullied
sliding
and bullying,
scale.
and it was like, it was just like this snake eating its own tail. Like no one was at the top like completely free of any kind of middle school ridicule or embarrassment or anything like that. Like everyone was getting it, and it's one of those things where it's just like if you just kind of like rolled over and it's just like you got it worse than other people, and it's sad and it's tough, but like I think that like Howard in the late 90s, that's how it was.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between bullying someone for like being who they are as a person.
Yeah.
Especially we didn't really have a good grasp on like what autism was when we were kids. Like, that kid doesn't talk a lot and moves his hands. So we're gonna make fun of that maybe. Like
We were also wearing Jinkos though,
Right.
and like all kinds of crazy cargo shorts. So it's just like it's not like we were,
Bowl haircuts.
Oh, I definitely had a bowl haircut for quite some time. Those were just in
The
fashion.
best thing
then.
that ever happened to me is I asked my parents if I could dye my hair, and they said no, and I was like, okay. And then I dyed my hair, and my dad shaved he was like, you can either be grounded till it grows out, or I can shave your head and you'll be grounded for 2 weeks. And I was like, shave it.
Yeah.
And so he shaved it, and then when it grew back in, I never had a bowl cut again, and everyone's like, oh, your hair looks really good. And I was like,
Yeah.
this is literally the best thing that ever happened to me.
I don't know what parents were doing and like other people were doing, like why bowl cuts were a thing. Like, cause like I remember when I finally got rid of the bowl cut too. It was just like, well, who was cutting our hair this way and letting us walk around and look like this?
When people ask me why I don't have tattoos, I say because of Jinkos. And they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I distinctly
Yeah.
remember like begging my parents for Jinkos, And they were expensive, you know.
Yeah, they
And,
were.
I was like, they're like, you're gonna grow out of this, and I'm like, I'm never gonna grow out of this. I'm always gonna wear Jinkos.
Yeah, I remember telling my dad the same thing. I'm like, you just don't know that like these are the pinnacle of fashion and they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just have to get your own pair of Jinkos, Dad. You know? And he's looking at me and he goes, you're gonna be in your 30s and you're gonna look back and see how ridiculous you look. And I do that now, but like at the time, like you and I were both like, no, you just don't know. You're out of touch.
You don't get it, Dad.
Yeah,
I
for
thought you were
sure.
going, you wanted your Jinko tattoo.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
wow.
Yeah. No, I just think like whatever I'm into now, as much as I think I know who I am as a person, I know it's going to change in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, but also I will say though, back when we were in middle school, that wasn't social media. So like now, it's just like it's hearsay, and it's like there's a good amount of storytelling in middle school because something would happen that 2 people would see, and then they tell 4 people, and it's just a telephone game to where it just goes to like the wildest proportions. But everyone's kind of taking it at face value because they know it's hearsay on hearsay. But like now, it's just like you just get it on footage, and now it goes on the internet, and now like everyone sees it. And so like I do think it was like a different time when we were there.
Yeah, that new age bullying is terrible.
It is.
Trust me,
is.
I know. Okay, I get cyberbullied all the
Yeah.
time.
You do get cyberbullied all the time.
Terrible.
You guys don't understand how much this hurts him. Deep down in his little fragile baby soul.
Baby soul.
Yeah. That's a
Nick says, try having my last name. Made fun of all the time.
little slow
Try
calm.
having your face.
Nothing to do with your name.
He currently has Jesse's face.
Yeah.
He blossomed into a flower, though.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are so
was
mean.
trying to think of a flower,
I was
but-
trying to process what flower he was. A
I don't know.
daisy?
Beautiful daisy.
He's a swan.
He's a
He's a
tulip.
swan.
Our talk about bullying has just devolved into bullying someone in the comments. What?
Constructive.
He said, wait till I order these face masks.
Oh God, what face masks?
No, he's
Oh
not.
yeah.
He'll do it now.
That will be an actual fight. It's not going to happen.
On site.
On site. It's on site.
People are waiting for that.
Oh, Jesus.
People are waiting for that.
No one's waiting for that.
Nick and
Don't do
Dustin
that.
to fight.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there's
Definitely
actually
not.
quite a few people waiting for that fight, to be honest with you.
I think, no, there's a lot of people waiting to see me get hit. That would make more sense.
It would just turn it. Y'all would like roll around on the ground and then just start cuddling.
I bet. Well,
Honestly, like it'll go from like fight to cuddle sesh real quick, like
Obviously.
and that's fine.
I've thought about doing a reverse kissing booth, like to raise money.
Okay,
but I
go
just
on.
Allow people to just smack me in the face, or not a punch, but an open hand smack. I feel like that would
But
raise
that's
a
not
lot
a
of
kissing
money.
booth or
That's why I said reverse.
Yeah, well,
So the opposite of a kiss is an open hand slap. Okay, it's a weird perspective,
Okay,
but
what's the opposite of a kiss to you?
I haven't thought about that, to be honest with you.
All right.
A fart?
What kind of kissing?
I don't know. I was just trying to
look
think of
like a
something.
rude awakening, come to the reverse kissing booth and get farted
Yeah,
in the face.
bare ass fart in Justin's face.
Number four. I just feel like that would raise a lot of money.
Gets that Celsius in him.
Wow.
Gets 1 can of Celsius.
I don't know how I'm gonna function throughout the rest of the day, but whatever.
You're gonna crash.
Dude,
Aggressive.
100%. I'm gonna pound that iced coffee at whatever time today and just get jacked again and want to drive out to Palatka to fight someone.
So I made my own cold brew once.
Dude, I don't mess with cold brew
But I didn't
ever.
realize that it was like concentrated caffeine.
Dude,
and I
oh.
drank like a whole thing of it too. But I'll get amped up for like 20 minutes, but then I just get real bad stomach cramps. So it's not a good thing.
Real talk. First time I had a cold brew, I was at the mall with Lauren and we're shopping. We go by Starbucks and I thought it was just like iced coffee. So I order like the Ventry or whatever it is, the big one, like cold
Adventry,
brew,
yeah.
that Ventry. And so we're in Macy's and like I'm just pounding this thing. Next thing you know, I started having a panic attack because like that thing hit and like I felt like I wanted to take my skin off like it was a suit. I was just like, get me out of these clothes, get me out of this skin. Like I just started worrying about everything and I remember looking her dead in the eye and I'm like, we have to leave. We gotta go. And that's one of the reasons like I love her because she don't ask questions. She goes, let's go.
To be fair,
You know, and I got out and she's like, what's the matter? I'm like, it just what the hell was that? Like it hit me like I don't mess with cold brew no more.
to be fair, I would probably have a panic attack just being at the mall anyway.
With him.
Yeah.
It was.
Hold on. Explain.
I mean,
Okay, let's go to the mall later.
okay.
You're anxiety inducing is what he's saying.
What?
What?
We go do some mall crawling,
Slam
pop some Celsius.
I was like, pre-workout, when you take like a new pre-workout and the
Shout out to C-Mac.
yeah, C4. you
Oh
mean?
God.
C4 Mac. Yeah, every now and then I'll take a new one that has like whatever crap in there that makes
Those
me,
things are
like,
nuts.
itch. And for the first 5 minutes, I'm always like, this isn't doing anything. And then by the time I pull into the gym, I'm like scream singing whatever song
Yeah.
it is, like shaking, holding the steering wheel like aggressively
Michelle
tight.
Branch just
Yeah, absolutely. Making my way downtown. I don't know Michelle Branch.
I truly don't understand how
that
people
was.
do like the bang energies.
Walking fast.
That's a great
Yeah,
song
song,
with
yeah.
300 milligrams of caffeine.
Honestly, we need to, like, I know I'm going to sound super old manny now, but when are we going to, like, stop the caffeine increases? Like, every drink doesn't need to have 300 milligrams of caffeine.
But that's the thing is, look at some of the ones at Starbucks though, and some of those are like in the 400 to 500
That's
milligram
insane
range.
to me.
Yeah, I'm thinking like there's some of the cold brew big ones are like upwards of like 400 something milligrams of caffeine. It's insane.
Yeah.
We don't have a fact checker.
200 milligrams.
Jeez, what have I done?
What have I
Like 4
done?
coffees.
Oh, that's way more than I
it's
intake in
like
a day.
1.5 coffees.
Coffee is
It's not
80
that
milligrams
bad.
of caffeine for one
But
cup.
in one sitting, it's like, to me, I just like, come on.
Yeah.
Let's cut it back some. I have my like knockoff ones that I like, the Left Hook Racetrack, shout out Racetrack, Soda Soda, just throwing it out there.
You remember getting Mad
Tornado
Dogs with the horny
energy
goat
drink.
weed from the flea market?
Obviously.
Those were the worst, best energy
But-
drinks ever.
But those are great because they're like 120.
That's
I'm
a
like,
perfect amount.
That's okay. That's reasonable. The rest of them's too much.
Christy chimed in. She said no dose in the 90s is
Oh
why the
my
adults did
gosh.
Jack
Wow.
caffeine drinks.
Are those like the what
little
were the
pills,
pills
yeah.
with like the bee on them?
The
Stingers.
Yellow
Yellow
Jack Stingers,
Jackets. Yeah. I've had those before. Wow.
I did the no dose multiple times, and again, stomach cramps.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it was never
yeah.
anything. The first alcoholic drink I ever had was a Sparks because
Woo,
I went
same
to the
here.
gas station and I didn't know that they were alcoholic. I just saw that they were 2 for $3. So I bought it, got back to the office, cracked one open, started drinking. And Chris Anderson was like, I thought you didn't drink alcohol. And I'm like,
I thought you didn't drink alcohol at work.
I'm like, I don't. He's like, yeah, you're definitely drinking an alcoholic energy
A
drink. right
venti
now."
blonde roast from Starbucks, 475 milligrams.
475 milligrams for a venti blonde roast. That's not even a cold brew.
No,
No.
the cold brew is
Oh.
only 360. The Trent,
it's
cold
only
brew is
360.
That's a bang.
Yeah.
That's a bang.
Yep.
Yeah.
But a hot coffee,
Jeez,
475.
That's
bonkers.
insane.
That's bonkers.
Too
So,
much.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why do you even need that much?
You don't.
I truly believe like if you need 475 milligrams of caffeine, you have life choices that you need to look at and make some
Well,
adjustments.
and how much sugar is in all that too?
None
Yeah.
if they don't put sugar in it.
Well, what'd you call it?
It's just coffee. It's venti blonde. It's just
Well, what's a blonde?
Light roast. Light roast coffee actually.
There's no-
light roast coffee has
more calories.
higher caffeine, which for the longest time I thought like a dark roast would be stronger, and I don't know why I thought that. But then when I found out like dark roasts have less caffeine than a light roast,
Isn't that the same with calories in beers? Like, don't like some of the darker beers have lighter calories or something like that?
It's not like the same as coffee. I mean, there are some like like a Guinness doesn't have as crazy high calories as some people think. It's probably like similar to a Budweiser.
Bartender around? No.
Do you think bartenders know calories?
Why am I even asking you for calories?
Why do you say that?
He's like, repositioning and smiling.
His arms do look good though over there.
I can't see anything.
He's manspreading real well right now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't ask you because you thought that
Oh God.
this guy tells us we're at work one day and he's like, yeah, well, I've just been cutting way back in calories. I just do, it was like mule. Were you doing a mule?
Yeah. I think I was making Moscow mules.
He's like, so it's just the calories of the ginger beer and that's it. And we're like, well, and the vodka. And he's like, no, there's no calories in vodka.
yeah,
Like,
I lived the majority of my life thinking like hard liquor didn't have calories.
Yeah,
there's,
it does.
Yeah, there's definitely got calories.
Apparently everyone knows that. Like I don't know where y'all learned that because I didn't learn it in school, but yeah, I was just like it's vodka.
Yeah, it's
like
clear.
it's clear.
Yeah.
There's literally no calories in this. Just like so I'm like, okay, like the ginger beer is 60 calories. Like I'm good. That's half as much as a beer.
Right.
Like I'm cutting back. I'm cutting calories out and still having a nice drink at the end of the day.
But it's
Turns
actually
out,
pretty low, right?
It's like 60
It's like-
to 70.
yeah.
But I
But
think
still,
there's no carbs.
but like a shot of liquor and then ginger beer, it basically that drink is the same amount of calories as a beer, So it.
Sam Betty said Guinness is lower calorie
Yeah.
than most beers.
Vodka's around 64 calories for
Yeah.
80 proof.
Right.
Wow.
So like
There you go.
60 to
Also-
70.
Lime juice with calories, right?
Lime juice with calories. I don't know.
Just got calories.
Now I need a Guinness because
Basically
that's
everything.
a healthier option.
How do you find out calories? That's something I've never understood.
I feel like you have to spin it in a machine real fast and it breaks all apart and then you can count
You just count them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna believe you because I have no idea.
And I mean, that's in my mind.
But like
that's
it
the
always
only
like
thing that
how
works.
how?
I don't even know what a calorie is.
Right.
To be honest with you, I'm like calories make you fat. I know that, and like I'm like the less I have, the better.
You guys are out of time.
So
Everyone, thanks for joining us. Sorry for the live video ending. Not sure why that happened.
Yeah.
We're so appreciative for all of you that watch, that download the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all of that. Thank you to Workspace Collective. Roberto, thank you for joining us on our Funniversary Day. Happy late birthday to Dave. You guys have a good one.
Thank you.
Calorie is a unit.